Hello, this is Michelle, and I'm just going to do a quick video to show you how I made these little resin embellishments to add to journal pages or covers or whatever you like. I first saw this or learned about it from Crafty Hope, and she used it in a Yumi 3 challenge, and so ever since then I've been wanting to play with it, and so that's what I'm going to do. I made this little embellishment in a Rusted Roots journal, and I don't have the paper set in there with anything. I just have it kind of pushed inside. So I thought I would quick play for the first time with just adding the resin on top. Now in the future, I will, and you would want to adhere that down before you put the resin on top, and it kind of bubbles up underneath a little bit. I don't mind that. If you want something that's really good and really perfect, I would watch Hope's video and Jewelry Maker's videos. Mine are very wonky and they're definitely not perfect by any means. So I still like it though. I like, as you know, if you've seen me before, I like imperfection. So I'm just taking a little pin just to get any air bubbles that are in there out. And I'm not being super particular because, again, it doesn't bother me that much. But you just squeeze it in there. It's already mixed. You don't have to mix parts together. And then I have just a nail lamp that I use. Mine was $15 on Amazon. I've seen them at Marshall's for that much, so they're really cheap. I did it 3 times for 60 minutes or 60 seconds, sorry. And that's the end product. It's hard, and now my picture is going to stay in place. And I really like the look. So I have some rusty wire that I got from an antique store that I go to, antique thrift kind of store. And I'm just going to take it, and mainly I just wanted to make kind of, what would you call it? Like a frame for the resin to set in. So I'm going to make a little heart, and I don't even know what I'm making at the moment until I really start messing with it. And I'm not using the right tools or anything, but I'll be 100% honest. I was too lazy to go and grab the other ones, and these were already on my desk, so I'm just using those. There's a couple of spots where the rounded, what are they called? I don't know, wire tools, pliers, whatever they're called. Those would have been much better, but I didn't have them, and so I made it work. And I don't get it all in frame, the making of a paperclip, but I think everyone knows how to make a paperclip, or you probably have a paperclip you can look at. And this is, again, very rustic, very primitive. It is not meant to be used as a paperclip or for a lot of things. But if you want to add it to a journal page, which is what I do, I think it looks really cute. So I am just going to bend that up a little bit and kind of get it in place. Like I said, it's very wonky. It's really wonky. And this is where some rounded tools would have been better. But it's done. So then I'm going to take just some clear packaging, and you just want something kind of firm. It's just going to peel off in the end. Whatever you write on it is going to adhere to the resin, and that will still be on there. So this is just a piece of packaging from a screen protector for my phone. So I'm just going to cut a tiny little piece out of that, and then I'm just going to use a Sharpie and randomly write. I just wrote love, and then I added some little hearts on the left-hand side. And if you make a mistake, which I did, you just have to use a little bit of isopropyl or rubbing alcohol, and it comes right off. And then I'm going to use, these are just small binder clips, and all you want to do is make sure that you don't have it hanging over the wire. So I just clipped it fairly close, and then you're just going to have to clip off. I'm going to heat it real quick, or dry it real quick, but you want to move your heat tool fast because it's plastic and it'll melt if you don't. So those are the little clips that I'm using, and I'm just making sure it doesn't hang over. So I end up changing it a little bit because the copper clips work much better than the green one. They just have a tighter hold. But this is the basic of it. And so I'm just going to set them on top of a pair of scissors just so that it lays flat. And then I'm going to take the resin and pour it in there. And I will say one thing that I noticed is if I didn't use enough is when I seem to run into some problems. And I know because I'm just using my own wire and it's not flat and it's not straight, I know there's a chance that I'm going to get bubbles and lifting, and that's okay because, again, I like the randomness. So again, I'm just going to do it. I think I did it for 3 minutes, and there's the piece that just peeled off, and all that's left is resin kind of filling the paper clip in. And I'm just trimming off any extra bits, and then I'm going to use a nail file or emery board. And that's what it looks like if you just want to put it in one of your journals. So that's on a big page, and as you can see, the paper clip is definitely not the best, but I still like the look of it in the end, especially on like a half sheet. I think it looks cute. And I do end up using it on my latest post on Instagram. And then I just typed out "stronger than you know" and just kind of wrapped the wire a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing with the clips. And this was just paper, like newsprint, and it was way too thin. If I had used cardstock, it would have worked better. But I did have a little bubble on the bottom. But again, I kind of like it. It's like a perfect little circle. And you can kind of see through it because the paper was thinner. And then again, just to show you, you can put it anywhere on your page. Just adds a little bit of an embellishment. And that paper I just used watercolor on. Like I said, it's just newsprint. And then I made another one. It kind of reminds me, I used to live in Pennsylvania, of those little primitive fly swatters that they had there. So that's what I made. Make sure you check out Hope's video. I'll have that linked below as well. And if you give it a try, tag me. I would love to see what you come up with. Thanks for watching. Bye.